We're supposed to fly back to the boat in Tonga. We're currently in Cape Town, South Africa. It is right in the height, or what feels like the height, of the coronavirus craziness. Everything is being shut down. So many bans. It's just insane. We would like to self-quarantine, but the easiest place for us to do that would be at our house, which is a boat.
All right, so they want to go to Tonga, which is out in the Pacific Ocean. So the Wynns family
and
here.
Got about 3.5 hours.
Gone with the Wynns.
And we're on to Sydney.
So they fly into Sydney. They go through all the checkpoints and all the different security screenings and all the different health screenings, and they end up in Fiji.
And obviously asking a lot of questions and stuff, but otherwise it seems like pretty. I mean, considering.
So far, so good until they get to Fiji, and then.
We just got our boarding passes for Fiji, and, well, it turns out that Tonga has initiated a health check. So you have to have a health check within 3 days of arriving to Tonga. So now we have to stay in Fiji for 14 days and quarantine there, so then we can find a general practitioner that can give us a health check, and then we have to book the flight to Tonga.
But wait a minute, then they close the airport. All of a sudden the airport in Fiji is closed, and they are now pretty much stuck in Fiji.
Okay, so we really do have to quarantine for 14 days. That happened pretty much while we were in the air.
Yeah, but anyway, and then the airport closes, and they are stuck in...
overbooked or...
stranded in
We talked to
Fiji.
the embassy, the U.S. Embassy, which is here, and they're saying, just contact Fiji Airways. They're the only ones flying. Well, when they're the only ones flying.
And then that's until the airport gets shut down. So anyway, there they are. So we're really stranded here for a while. And you know what? I'm telling you, if you got to be stranded somewhere, you know, if somebody says you got to be stranded somewhere for a couple months, Fiji and a beautiful Pacific tropical island, you know, I don't know if I had to, I hope they can afford it. I don't know, you know, they're going to have to pay for a room for a couple months, and who knows, but, you know, I can think of a lot worse places than Fiji to have to be quarantined. I can tell you that. Letters for the 1st of April. Karachi is perfectly fine. It was just an April Fool's joke. Hi, Dave. Karachi's perfectly fine. He's in his hunter's loo with his big smile on his face. It was an April Fool's joke this morning, but a lot of you fell for it. Trey Beantown says, damn, that stinks. I couldn't even watch the whole video because I started tearing up when I said that Karachi had been stolen from the car. This channel will never be the same. Are you accepting donations today for your troubles? I'd love to help. Yes, I am accepting donations today. PayPal.me/DCRTV. Okay, the PayPal link is in the description. And someone said, I don't give enough crotch shots anymore. Below, okay? That's right. Chunky Pumpkin and Little Lloyd. Marshall writes, I didn't know the Marshall. Okay, you are not funny. Bushman was freaking out. We have created a new channel. Please come join me in crotchety. Please come join me, crotchety. And yes, you, Camo Dave, we missed you. Really? They got a new channel now? Chunky Pumpkin and Little Lloyd Marshall. We are back. All right, I subscribe. I always like Chunky Pumpkin and Little Lloyd.
Hello, my dear. Hello. It's been a very long time since we've seen you. That's right. Boy, a very, very long time. I've got to say, Bushman John is still missing crotchety, you know, but we'll get...
Oh, he's still missing crotchety. Oh, I thought they said he was missing.
Oh.
They were going to get married, right?
Anyway, we want to talk border traveling.
Well, anyway, I would show the whole thing here, but we're pressed for time. I know you don't want to, I'm not like Casey Rowan. I'm not going to subject you to a 47-minute video of me blabbering. So let's move on with the show, shall we? Flat Pat calls out Aja Pandemonium. If there's any doubt that most of these nomads are not nice people, just look at Aja. Her tribe is all closely mingling when she uses a bad excuse not to follow the social distancing rules by saying, we all know where each other's been. Yeah, well, first off, a lot of these people that have the coronavirus don't show symptoms and they can spread it. Number two, they've never been to the Walmart, I mean, come on, everybody's been to the Walmart. If you've been to the Walmart, you should be quarantining. Anyway, Flat Pat continues. Then approximately 1 minute later, she greets some new tribe members that just showed up by not just letting them in, but hugging them. Yeah, you're not setting a good example, Aja. You really need to, really, you guys, that's okay if you want to be a tribe and hang out there in Lake Havasu, but you got to park like 600 feet apart, You got to do that. Oh, we get a letter from Tripp and Tracy. She says, please donate to me. I need some help fixing up my vehicle. Really? Really? Do you now? Tripp and Tracy. Anyway, she's hanging out. She's hanging out there. There's her, there's her Zazzle. There's her Zazzle. There's her PayPal. PayPal me tips. You want to PayPal her a tip? You can PayPal her a tip at trippandtracy.me drive to RV. There you go. All right? All right. We're all in this together, right? I was just calculating my YouTube earnings for the last 4 months. I was thinking what the nice payment I'm going to get for April's going to be, and I'm down about 30%. In the revenue department. But, I will, as Gloria Gaynor said, I will survive. Trucker Daddy, a.k.a. John in Quebec, writes, I never thought being a nomad full-time is something except for folks who are desperate. Desperate and homeless, all right. Yeah, he never thought of being a nomad full-time unless you're desperate and or homeless. It's not a way of life. Cheap RV Bob gives good advice on how to survive if you have no other choice, but he's dreaming unicorns otherwise. Trucker Daddy, Bob often talks about the fact that some people just their desire is to live like that. And I think there are people that really want to live like that. And, if times are good, if travel's easy, if there's no more viruses to worry about, I can see situations where people would want to be nomadic or potentially be that way. But it just seems like in this day and age, right now, the way things are in this country and the way of the world, the way they're going to be for the next few months at least, Bob ought to get on the blower there and start leading the sheep. You know what I'm saying? William Combs says, help me my ass. Ha, 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 ha. Get a job. The long vacation road trip is over. That's right. Please help fund my nonstop vacation. Please send me some Patreon. Ricky says the first thing to go in bad times is the ad budget. Facebook and Google aren't going to support people for free. Patreon supporters who don't have jobs can't support you. That's true. You could always go to Kroger, Walmart, or Amazon and get a job picking and packing groceries until this thing blows over. They are hiring. Most grocery stores and stuff are hiring right now, so that is a possibility. You got to realize too, with all these businesses cutting back, shutting down, the first thing to go is the ad budget, and that's going to directly impact YouTubers for sure. It already has, as I've said. I've looked at my numbers for the first couple months of the year, and we're down. I'm down, but not out. But Frigman says, I feel for the nomads who drank the Kool-Aid and the funding their vacationing lifestyles from others, with 10 trillion disappearing from the stock market and another 10 trillion lost GDP. What's left not moving through commerce? There may be a whole lot of there may not be a whole lot of residual money laying around, and it's time for them to head back home. Odd 17B says a whole bunch of people weren't able to pay their rent or their mortgage today. They can't even take care of themselves, let alone give handouts to grifters. Wow. Coley Hope says a shipwrecked sailor found himself in a plight. Lost in sea, he was really a sight. He swam and he swam till he thought he'd die, when a wondrous sight appeared to his eye, a derelict boat that saved his life and put an end to his watery strife. I was doing a tribute this morning to Captain Chesapeake. As I said, back when I was a kid in Northern Virginia, we could pull up Channel 45 out of Baltimore, with a moderate amount of snow, but we could see it, and we loved watching Captain Chesapeake every morning. They put him on a boat in a studio with a chroma keyed loop of the bay, the Chesapeake Bay behind him. And he was also the ghost host. On, I think it was Saturday nights, he would put this funny beard on and a hat. The ghost host. Yes, I got a email from Rosie O'Kelly there. She grew up in Baltimore and was reminding me that he had a double duty. A lot of those cartoon, kiddie show host cartoon guys on those UHF channels back in the 70s also doubled as the monster mystery movie host on Saturday nights. Same thing in Washington. We had Channel 20. Count Gordyval was our mystery monster host on Saturday nights, and he was also Captain 20. Dick Dizell was his name. Dick Dizell in Washington. George Lewis there as Captain Chesapeake there in Baltimore. Some great guys. George Lewis is gone. He's resting in peace now, but I think Dick Dizell's down in Florida still doing his shows on the web. I'll put a link to Count Gordyval in the comments below. Gene 216 says, no, Florida does not want nomads to come here, not unless you have a friend you can park at or can afford to stay at a park now in off-season. Yeah, summer's off-season because it gets blazingly hot and stickily humid. Eric's upgraded 1,000 Trails membership is going to save him. You can contact the company and buy used memberships for about $2,000. Our countrywide upgraded yearly fee after that was about $1,000. It easily paid for itself. We could go to park with no out time for 3 weeks each. You get a safe place to be with utilities, bathrooms, and showers. The nomadic life is being squeezed. Mainly it is the nomad's own fault. They are messy and want everything for free, which usually means at someone else's expense. If we were still on the road, we would definitely still have kept our 1,000 Trails membership. Sister Earth, I look forward to hearing from you each day, Dave. Thanks for keeping on. Hey, Clearsky the Creeper, April Fools got me, though. I got him. I got you, Clearsky. You really thought Crotchy was stolen. Oh, man. Doggone RV. How can people feel sorry for nomads that have become used to living off the generosity of others, complaining they are not earning enough money to pay their own bills? Yeah, and I do love these certain nomads. We shall not mention any names. Why? Am I getting you on? Mikey Mouse. You know what I'm talking about, who actually seem to get mad at their subscribers when they're not getting enough rev. I don't know, man. I hope Crotchy is returned. There he is. He's returned. GB moves. You didn't watch till the very end of the video when Crotchy mentioned it. April Fools, right? Yeah. Oh wow. Woo. Anyway, it's April Fool's Day. Yeah, it's a crazy April. I had one friend who called me today. I was talking to her on the hotline, and she said, I woke up this morning and my April Fool's joke was that, what was it? What did she say? That March didn't even happen. It's one of those months now when we look back on it. It's one of the, I don't know. It's weird. Life is weird, isn't it? 2019 was such an incredibly good year for me. So many cool things happened in 2019. And 2020, I'm not saying it's a bad year yet. I think I've done okay and all this other stuff. I got a new apartment here, got a new studio, got some nice friends. I've been enjoying doing my YouTube stuff, but it has been one hell of a weird year, especially March. I don't know, man. It's going to be interesting to see how April and May play out, but I do hope you all stay safe. And, we got to do one more thing. I keep forgetting. Go check out my good buddy, Tony Carolina, or Carolina Tony. He lives down in South Carolina.
Thank you for stopping by first time, be sure to go down below.
Anyway, he does a really good video here showing how viruses kind of spread, okay? You know, how, you know, just a sneeze, just a cough can, he's got this, you know, can spread things, germs and everything, and how he has this special UV light or something that just shows how germs can get all over the place.
I have to open the door. It's clean enough. See? Until I touch it.
Oh, yeah. Then, look at those. That's germs.
It's been contaminated.
He's contaminated as, yeah. Man, I don't know, you know. So he's going all around his house showing money, contaminated money.
There you go.
Look at that.
Andy Jackson has been contaminated.
Ah,
Now everyone that grabs that 20, they're going to pick it up as well. Now I've been out sneezing all day, and I'm fixing to go in the house. Now my wife is due to be home any minute. Let's watch her spread some germs. Hey, my wife just...
all right, anyway, some South Carolina goodness there from Tony, Carolina Tony. We hope you stay safe, Carolina Tony, and
friends, but until next time.
yeah, stay safe there. I'd say stay in, you know, he's at heating and air conditioning repair duty. He has to crawl through a lot of crawl spaces and stuff, and it's getting warm weather down here, so he's going to be probably pretty busy fixing people's ACs. But you stay safe, Tony. Good advice. Check out Carolina Tony. All right, now I did it. I did the plug. Tony. Now send me another T-shirt. I can't find my Carolina Tony. Every time you move, you lose things, right? I moved and I can't find my Carolina Tony T-shirt. It got lost in the move, but maybe he'll send me another one. I love that bright green. It's good. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. I do appreciate it. You all have a wonderful day. Stay safe. Vlog on.